Hi, and welcome to Adventures of a Tar Heel. If you've been following along, this is day 6 of our Vancouver and Alaska journey, where we ported in Ketchikan. If you haven't seen the other videos, we started with a couple days in Vancouver and then boarded the Disney Wonder for our Alaska cruise. Our day in Ketchikan started out with a boat trip to Misty Fjords National Monument, which took about 4 to 5 hours. It ended up being a beautiful day to sail out into the national park and just look at all the wonderful scenery. This excursion was KE-19 on Disney Cruise Lines, the Misty Fjords and Wilderness Explorer. It was on a boat that was great. It had room to walk around, room to sit inside or outside, and it had a little snack shop and a little gift shop on it, as well as a local native that was on board talking about a lot of native customs and First Nation information that was really wonderful to have on the boat. I would really recommend this voyage. It is about 4 to 5 hours, so if you have kids that are restless, it's really enjoyable and really pretty. Our kids loved it, but they were ready to get off at the end and do some other things, walk around, things like that. One note for this one, you can only book this one via cruise ships. They don't have any direct bookings if you do the boat trip into Misty Fjords, so that's just something nice to know. You can see the seals that the announcer was talking about right here. They are the little gray spots. You can see them a little better in that picture. And they were just kind of sunbathing and looked almost like rocks on the beach until they pointed out that they were seals. It was really cool. Before we took this excursion, I looked at a lot of different videos online, much like this one, and noticed that a lot of them had really beautiful waterfalls, which we were hoping to see on this one. When we were in Alaska, they were in the middle of a drought, which you'll hear mentioned several times on other days as well. And it must have affected the waterfalls because we didn't see a single waterfall the entire time we were back in the park. It was still gorgeous, but I just wanted to point out that if you've seen other videos, this is the same boat trip, but because of their recent drought, they didn't have any waterfalls flowing, and it was pretty deep into the summer, first part of July, so anything that would have been from post-winter was pretty much over. We did get a little bit of chilly at the end, and then when we docked, we had plenty of time to walk over to Creek Street to explore, and I will say we just kind of explored it pretty quickly. We were a little bit tired from the boat trip, but also a lot of the stores weren't kind of up our alley. We did leave the Creek Street after just kind of walking through the town, did a little souvenir shopping, and also stopped and got some ice cream, and the ice cream was really good. My teenagers were happy the ice cream store had Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi there was extremely slow, so I'm not sure it was actually all that usable. And then we took a few pictures around the port before we got back on board the ship. Tonight we were in Animator's Palate, and the boys, as usual, got some of the specialty drinks. The food was great, and there's a couple pictures of some of the things we got. We came back to this cute brontosaurus, and that was the end of our day in Ketchikan, and we started sailing off. Tomorrow we'll be in Hoonah, Alaska, and keep an eye out for my video for day 7 in Hoonah, Alaska, which is also called Icy Strait Point. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe so you get alerts with my most recent trips or travel vlogs, and thanks for watching today.